Delta Airlines, you've done it again. With some of the most recent updates to the Skymiles program, further reducing the value and making it more difficult for the average consumer to obtain any sort of status with Delta, I wanted to overview the two most popular cards from American Airlines and Citigroup, which I'll overview now, including the Executive World Elite card, which I've held for a number of years now. And I also hold this pretty cool jet that's in my office that my kids both love. Now, looking at the Citi website here, there's 4 cards available with sign-up bonuses ranging from 10,000 up to 70,000 AAdvantage miles. There's 3 personal cards and 1 business card here. I'll spare you the rest of the details, but what I have done is combine the best of both the Platinum Select and the Executive World Elite card that I'll go into a little bit more detail on now. Now, holding both of these cards for a number of years and finding value in both cards, I first wanted to break down the Platinum Select card. And feel free to pause if you want to take a deeper look at this. I would say that the $99 annual fee, which is waived the first year, is substantial, especially considering there's a 50,000 mile sign-up bonus after spending pretty minimal for the first 3 months. This does earn less per dollar on American Airlines purchases than the executive card, but still not bad at 2 miles per dollar. The miles are used for travel redemption, and the loyalty points are for obtaining status. So when you see miles and loyalty points, if there's any confusion, that's what that's for. The $125 flight discount after spending $20,000 is annual, which is nice. It could be used as a flight credit once you spend that $20,000 amount. And with any Citi MasterCard, no foreign transaction fees. And with all the American Airlines Citi cards, a 25% discount on in-flight food and beverage. Moving on to the Executive World Elite card. This card is packed with features and benefits. And using this card personally, I can share some of the value I get out of this card. Now, this is comparable to the Delta Skymiles Reserve card, which has a $550 annual fee, the American Express Platinum, with a $695 annual fee, or the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And with any of these cards, they have lounge access. Some of the differences here. First, with the Executive World Elite card, you can add up to 3 authorized users for $175 a year. So essentially, for less than $60 per authorized user, they can get annual access to the Admirals Club lounges, which is a benefit in itself. And then it's $175 per individual or per authorized user thereafter. The sign-up bonus here was just reduced. It's now 70,000 AA miles after spending 7,000 in the first 3 months. So if you do have any big spending items coming up, taxes, insurance, otherwise, it's a good way to hit that sign-up bonus relatively quickly. You do receive 4 AA miles per dollar spent. Now, this was changed. This card used to be at 2 miles per dollar. Now it's at 4. And you receive priority boarding, Group 4, which is comparable to gold status. Now, I had mentioned the Admirals Club access. You plus 2 guests or immediate family do receive access to these lounges. I've taken my wife and my 2 kids to some of the lounges recently. Some of them have been revamped. Some of them are outdated. I think American Airlines does have plans to get these lounges current and competing with some of the top tier lounges out there. The global entry or TSA pre-check credit is great if you don't have another card where you get this benefit. Essentially, it's between $85 and $100 every 4.5 years is what this credit is valued at. The loyalty point bonuses, I see tremendous value in this. If you are chasing status with American, once you hit 50,000 loyalty points, you receive a 10,000 point bonus, same at the 90,000 mark. With any of the AA cards, you do receive a 25% discount on in-flight food and beverages. And then there's more of the coupon book style that they're rolling out to compete with the likes of the American Express Platinum, where you receive up to a $10 per month on Lyft credits after taking 3 eligible rides, which means you pay for 3 rides with this card. On the 4th ride, you'll receive a $10 credit. I use this every single month. That is, of the 3 credits, that's the one I see the most value in. The $10 per month from Grubhub, it's subjective. It's totally your call. I have other cards, the American Express Gold being one of them, that I put all of my food purchases on. So I do receive some credits through the American Express Gold card. I don't really have much of a need to use this card for Grubhub. The $120 Avis or budget credit can be in one purchase, meaning you spend $150, $160 on an Avis rental, you receive a statement credit of $120. And some of the travel benefits that have been added back in on this card. Citi removed these years ago. They have then added them back in to compete with some of these other high-end travel cards, that being trip cancellation and interruption protection, trip delay protection, lost baggage, and worldwide car rental insurance coverage. So here's my summary on these two cards. Now, these are in very different categories, one being more of an everyday card with a low annual fee, the other being a high-end, high-tier premium travel card. Now, the Platinum Select card is great if you are looking to accrue AAdvantage miles. You are going to spend some on the card. Maybe you'll receive that $125 flight credit if you're spending $20,000 on the card annually to help recoup the annual fee costs. The sign-up bonus is decent for a card with a $0 annual fee the first year, so you can at least take advantage of that. For the Executive World Elite card, quite a few more features and benefits here. I've calculated out my perceived value on this card. Since I've had this card for a few years, I don't receive the sign-up bonus. But if I were to calculate this from your perspective, at a minimum, how I would look at this, the Points Guy's valuation of AAdvantage miles today are at 1.5 cents per mile. If you do the math at the 70,000 mile sign-up bonus, that's $1,050. Admirals Club access, if you were to purchase this individually, I believe the new updated cost is $850 for an individual access pass. The way I would look at this is how many times do you plan to visit these lounges throughout the year? If you plan to visit 10 times, put a value at that. My value is around $30 per visit. So I would add the $1,050 plus $300 in value for the lounge visits. If you are going to spend on the card and you are going to obtain the loyalty point bonuses, I would put each of those at around $150. That is subjective, but adding that, plus if you plan to use the Lyft credits, the Grubhub credits, the Avis or budget credits, you can do some calculations there. Minus the annual fee the first year, you're looking at an average value of just north of $1,000. So a ton of value here that will help you with some travel redemptions, will help you with status and lounge access. So which card do you see being a better fit for you? If you're just getting started in the airline credit card game, I would probably go with something like the Platinum Select card. You can always look for upgrade options to the Executive World Elite card, which is what I did a few years ago. That card having a ton of features and benefits and lounge access. So if you are going to take advantage of those perks, maybe that's the better card for you. Feel free to leave comments down below. I will be doing a follow-up video on all the high-end luxury travel cards. So until then.